1, 2, 3 into the 4. Country boys and crypto, we knocking at your door.
Hey, I hear you.
Yeah. I have to bust out with that for you on a Monday morning. Give you the full lyrics on it.
Hey. What's
That's what I'm
going
talking
on?
about.
Let's get it going this morning. 9:30 a.m. Usually a little behind. Boom.
Right. Because we've been grinding. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Country boys and crypto.
Friday
It's
morning.
Friday.
But we gotta get it going because I got stuff to do. But it's Friday, man. I gotta run. I got meetings. It's a busy day. It's a busy day. My chat box never works. My chat box never works till you type in something. When you type in something, then it starts working. I don't know. But we here, Country Boys in Crypto live on a Friday morning.
That's right. And we got it going on here. We're here to get it popping. So first of all, we're going to say welcome to Country Boys and Crypto Friday morning episode coming to you live here from Tennessee in Palatka, Florida. It is raining here, feeling like we up in Seattle here, how much rain we got going on here around the Chattanooga area. So I'm not going, I can't complain. It's Friday. I'm up. I'm living. I'm above ground. And we got some great things going on in the crypto space. So let me go ahead and tell you, we are not financial advisors. Anything that we discuss is truly speculative in our opinion from the articles that we read. Secondly, never invest more than you can afford to lose. 3, get a return on your investment as fast as possible. And fourth and final, educate yourself. Education is the key to success in this space. So we're going to let my man go ahead and hop in that market cap and let you know what is going on out here today for you non-crypto believers and people that want to be educated in crypto. Let's roll.
Well, let's jump into the market cap. So market cap sitting at $1.4 trillion this morning, down 9.7%. Bitcoin's dominant sitting at about 60%, rose a little. Because we've been sitting around at 50%, 59, 58. And although we've had some altcoins that have hit, all-time highs, Ethereum, and a few others, and this just me. And I don't know about anybody else. That's why I've been reluctant to say that the full alt season is here because of this right here. Traditionally, when alt season is here, the full alt season is here, Bitcoin's dominance is not at 60%. Bitcoin dominance comes below 55 to 50. And at some points in 2017, I think it was at some 30 something. So that's why I've been reluctant, although I feel altcoin season is here. Like I said, because you see some of them going, but not that sweet spot alt season, not that sweet spot. So Bitcoin sitting at $46,632 this morning, up 1.0% in the last hour, down 8.7% in the last 24 hours. Ethereum, $1,489, up 1.3% in the last hour, down 9.2% in the last hour. Cardano, flip Binance coin, back at the number 3 spot at $1.12, up 2.2%, up 4.7%, up 22.6%, all green in that Cardano. And it flipped Binance again. Now, it flipped Binance for the number 3 spot. Now, well, that was kind of the inevitable, guys, because Binance, although it's rose and it's having a lot of fun with, Binance Chain and Pancake Swap and the things but it was not based upon the fundamentals of Binance. What it was based upon was the need for service right now because of the Ethereum fees were so high. And so you saw a rush of people avoiding fees and saying that, for whatever reason, that Binance works better because it's less in fees. But I believe that we're about to see the greatest month in Cardano history existence for the month of March, because Cardano is about to fly March. Get ready and put your seatbelt on. Get ready.
Right, it's a lot of good news about the ADA Cardano space that's coming out. We're reading a lot of good things. And plus, my man already said he heard a little birdie about things coming in March. He kept talking about the big things coming in March. And it ain't hype. I don't think Cardano, I don't think Charles Hoskin, IOHK is about hype. It's about results. It's about proven results. And we're about to see.
Last night I asked if you guys talk in the chat box, I was going to share with you what I saw yesterday, what I heard a little bit. So there's a big initiative between Cardano and Africa, the whole country, the whole continent, and the different things that's going on. And he felt like they were going to have this in the bag by the end of February. I was one of the birdies that was sitting on his shoulder. Well, that didn't happen as they would like. And sometimes getting deals done and things done with continents and countries and stuff like that, it don't just go as smooth as we would like sometimes. But I think I saw last night that the recording for the African initiative with Cardano was being recorded last night. What does that mean? That means any day now, that's going to be released, and we're going to see the onboard of how many people in Nigeria alone? I mean, come on.
218
people in that? Huh?
218 million.
218 million people in Nigeria. How many people in South Africa? I mean, it's a lot of people. That is why Cardano or Charles Hoskins talk about having 1 billion users on this platform in the next 5 years on Cardano's platform. Man, you can get 1 billion users right out of Africa.
Yes.
Can you look at the population of South Africa? What's the population of South Africa?
I can tell you. Google
and
can tell you.
You know why I like this African initiative? Let me tell you why I like this African initiative. Because those are the people that need it the most. And I say need it the most because those are the people that's hungry the most. They're hungry to get away from corrupt governments. They're hungry to get away from, being taken advantage of the people. I'm not talking about the government. I'm not talking about the government officials, because those are the ones that, I'm not there, but just reading what I read, those are the ones that's doing it.
59 million. South Africa,
59 million. So you got 300 million people just in 2 countries in Africa. 300 million people. And you think that it's going to be hard for them to get 1 billion users? Oh my goodness. And they're going to be doing an initiative with Africa, the whole continent? Oh my gosh. And what happens when 1 billion users get on a platform? Let's see, Amazon. How many users? I wonder how many users Amazon has. Yes, now you're starting to see what we're talking about when it comes to Cardano. And guys, and I'm going off on a tangent a little bit, but this country is hungrier for change. They're more likely to take chances on something that they can believe in and something that they believe that could change their lives than say, hey, kid living in California, people living in California got a big screen TV, is sitting in this living room basement. Well, wait for Cardona. I don't need that right now. We're hungry. I mean, we're fat. Our stomachs are fat. We're not hungry for anything really, other than lining our own pockets at times. But those countries, Nigeria, people sleeping on dirt floors, tired of manipulated governments, political system in which voting rights are being taken away, voting systems that are rigged. Those people are hungry for change. And that's where you go. That's where you go. Brilliant. Brilliant. Binance Coin sitting at $225, down 12.5%. Polkadot, $30.89, down 10.7%. Now, man, you're starting to see the cream rise. I don't want to talk too prematurely about what we've been telling y'all about Cardano. Everybody got all excited. Binance Coin don't flip Cardano. It's in the number 3 spot. Oh, man. Okay. Polkadot don't flip. Polkadot's up to the number 3 spot. Oh, man. Okay. Now see what's happening? Now you see what's happening?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, but, I'm not here to brag about anything. I'm just here to just show you guys what the fundamentals will do. Not just the hype alone, the fundamentals of having a system. And guess what, guys? This is happening, and Google's not even here yet. The Mary Hartford launch, it's all set up and it's all a go, but it's not fully operational. Wait till people and developers start to see that it's fully operational.
So what do you think is going to happen once they start seeing this fully operational? What do you think the excitement's going to be in the space?
It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Whereas you may not.
But for those people out here that don't have a clue and they ask all the time, like, man, you guys are so hyped up about Cardano. Why? Why is that? It's a no-brainer for us, but for them, those people that I would say readily new to the space.
So we like to break ours down country boy style. We like to break ours down country boy style so that the average person can understand what we're saying. We don't care for the technicals, and we can get into the technicals. And I'll say it like this. I'll help people understand it like this. How many writers are at Facebook? What does Facebook really allow? Users to create content, right? Mm-hmm. What does Amazon do? A platform for users to sell products. So all they did was facilitate something that was scalable and interoperability that people trust. Now, we won't talk about the trust yet right now on Facebook, but I mean, obviously people still use it because they trust that the information is going to get there and they get to decipher the information, even though sometimes we don't agree, that they censor people and all this stuff. But what I'm talking about is the platform of what it created, right?
Yes.
So that's Cardano, a platform that's scalable, interoperability, country boy messing up that word, and trust. That's why I said that Cardano, and this is my Cardano will be the internet of currencies.
The internet of currencies.
The internet of currencies. And we could see. Now, think about this. And when we went all the way off on this, and this ain't even what we was going to do today, but I mean, look at Cardano flying. I mean, look at it flying this morning. Now, look at Ethereum's market cap, $170 billion. Cardano's on at $35 billion. That's a $141 billion difference.
Yes.
Now,
how much that we're going to see flip?
Do I believe that he could flip Ethereum right now? I don't believe you can flip Ethereum right now because that means that Ethereum went the other way. I don't think
you can't flip it immediately, but you can take some of that and run neck and neck. And with the Ethereum gas, you're going to take a lot of it.
Yeah. I think that they in a year or two, it will flip Ethereum. No doubt about that. 2024, it will fully flip Ethereum. With all things going right, no black swans. But this is the thing. Even if it can close this gap by 30%, do you know the kind of numbers that means in 2021? Closing the gap by 30%. That puts Cardano in some dreamland numbers for some people as the market rise. Because, I mean, look at the market cap right now, Bitcoin, it's at $1 trillion. I believe that it's going to be $3-4 trillion by the end of this year. It's less than $1 trillion right now. So if then, let's say Ethereum stays in that spot, if Ethereum is 11.8% or it ever gets to 30% of Bitcoin is 4 trillion. That puts Ethereum at something a little over $1 trillion. That puts Cardano, oh my goodness, at the current number of Ethereum. If I'm doing those numbers right, that big numbers not for a country boy.
Yeah, and that right there, we're not really talking about DeFi.
No,
we're not even talking about DeFi that's calculated in there, or that's not calculated in that.
And there's companies that's talking about switching over. Now, let me tell you something about Google when the smart contracts launch. People are not just going to leave like that same day. This is going to be 4 or 5 months down the road. This is why I believe Cardano could push into December and January, because before it stops running, because 6 months down the road, 4 months, 5 months down the road, and they see it's working good, and here comes an announcement: Uniswap leaves Ethereum for Cardano. Oh shoot! Now you got something major happening. Now let's not forget that the end of this month, the end of March, Cardano will be 100% decentralized. 100%. 100% decentralized. Governed and ran by stake pool operators like ourselves. We have a vote. We're stake pool operators at Southeast Staking. We're part of that ecosystem. You are part of that ecosystem if you own a coin. You have a voice. How do you have a voice? Because wherever you stake your pool, you stake your Cardano, send them an email, share your voice. You can go right now and on your wallet, you can sign up for voting to vote in the ecosystem. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It will be, man, I'm getting fired up. Okay, I'm gonna keep it moving because I'm getting fired up about Cardano. Hey guys, leave us in the chat. Hey, we forgot to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, then hit the bell button so you know when we're going live, and share it with your friends. Like button, thumbs up, subscribe, bell button, share. And if you want us to answer anything, guys, please leave us a message in the chat box and we'll do it live. All right, we're here live with you at any time. All right, Polkadot sitting at $30.89, XRP 43 cents, Litecoin 174 down 13.4, Chainlink 25 down 8.4%, Bitcoin Cash at $486 down 10.7. USD coin, man, is just rising, man. It's up there, the number 11 stable coin right there. Doing a lot of transactions. Man, let me tell you, I can't believe Dogecoin is still sitting up here at the 14. Dogecoin has been holding steady at this 5 cents, 6 cents.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, guys. I don't know if that coin could ever get to $1, guys. Just on the tokenomics of it. That's the $6 billion market cap, and where that can go from here.
Damn, you in a Dogecoin, man? I could have swore you'd be a Dogecoin, man.
No, I'm not. I don't have any Dogecoin, so I am not a Dogecoin person.
So I know better than that, right?
I don't blame people that do. Near 19.5%, best performing coin. Elron up 7.6% in the last 24 hours, and we were trying to get this at $109 the other day. We said this was one to get. Elron, it had dropped 45%. down to $109. It has been as high as $214. It was one to get during the dip. And this is proving itself that we should have got it during the dip. And it's still not a bad buy at 125 because it's been as high as 214. And some believe it's going to go even higher. And do your own research now. This is not financial advice. We are not financial advisors. And so Elron is a good project too. I like Elron. It's a great project. Cardano, number 3 spot, 4.7. Airweave. And then some what you call it tokens in there. All right. Who's doing the worst this morning? All right. Phantom, 27.4% down. Zeeks Maddox, ZK Swap, X Sushi, Ren, Decrease, Sushi Swap, Hubai token. All right. So you do have a bit of a red, guys. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. There's some of these in double digits, and then 27. It's a lot of these in double digits this morning. And you're talking about a 27.4% loss. So the market is red this morning. The market is red. You're seeing it. This market is, guys, this is not atypical. This is not, what's the word I want to use? This is not unordinary at the end of the month. And I would say that at the end of the month, because this happens at the end of the month. Every month, you will see a kind of a red downside in the market. Why? Because Bitcoin futures is closing. They're trying to short, whether they bet on short or long end. And the market's been running. I mean, the market's been as high as $58 for Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin's been over $1 trillion market cap. So you'll see some pullback or corrections at the end of the month. But traditionally now, going forward, March has not been a good month for Bitcoin in the history of it, since going back since 2011. But I believe that we're going to see Bitcoin go sideways in March. And you're going to hear it say it here first. I believe March will begin the real alt season.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right, let's jump into our first. So that's your market cap, guys. That's your review of your market cap. Gave you a little in-depth there on what's going on in the space, our excitement about the space. All right, let's jump into our first article. Three Arrows Capital CEO says Bitcoin could hit $2.5 million in super cycle. What? And super cycle top. Here's why. Now, some people are talking about we may be in a super cycle. Let's see what he's talking about. Su Zhu, the co-founder and CEO of fund management firm Three Arrows Capital, is revealing an astronomical price prediction for the largest cryptocurrency by market cap. In a new interview with Up Only, Su Zhu compares Bitcoin to gold, asserting that gold is likely undervalued and that in the long run, Bitcoin is primed to take over a large portion of the precious metals market share. I mean, I think there's an argument that gold itself is very undervalued. If it was the dominant store of value, cause this thing was at like 1,700 years ago. And let's say gold should have it 5 times. If there wasn't Bitcoin, then really we're looking at a $50 trillion market cap. Okay, so then you're already halfway there to 100 trillion, and then we'll get you to 2.5 million per BTC, and I think that is definitely possible. Okay, let's share what he's talking about here a little bit. So he's making the argument that gold, has been at, maybe a little undervalued. If Bitcoin had not showed up, gold would be higher. He's saying 5 times what it is today. And gold's been sitting at $1,700 for a long time. Now, the issue is this. Why is gold been sitting at $1,700, $1,800 for so long?
Man, gold is not really what a lot of people think it is right now. There's a lot of gold, less gold around. I know in the United States. To answer that question, I can't tell you that, but I do know that there's not that much gold around. It is drying up. Now, I say there is a lot stored in some vaults somewhere around the country. I don't know where those places are, but I think that there is a lot stored. But as far as United States, I can't answer that one.
I think that, well, we know why it's been at 1,700 so long, because they manipulate it so bad. They create all these different paper golds and they do things to suppress the price and keep it down exactly where they want it at. And they get to move it in and keep it. They've been suppressing gold for years. And now we've gotten to a point where we've created this thing called Bitcoin, because they did look at it as a store of value, but they wanted it as their store of value, just enough that they can control everything. Then they create these derivatives off of it, paper gold. They've created all these other markets off of gold that continually suppresses the gold market. Gold ETFs, gold this, gold that, paper gold. You get an email saying you own paper gold. Well, getting an email like that you own gold. Paper gold is not the same as owning gold.
Yeah, where's most of the solid gold? What country has the most of that now?
I'm not sure, and I'm sure that's available to see. I would imagine solid gold is held by countries. Most of the gold that you see and floating around is some diluted versions of it, and some of it is, it's not as strong as or pure as some of the other stuff. They added stuff with it. But a lot of the gold, technically, you get your hands on a gold bar, you better keep it, an ounce of gold bar. But if you could keep your, but if you got, most of the gold, I think, is owned by, it's owned by these governments. And I'm not sure which government has the most. However, when they created it, well, Bitcoin, let's start here. Gold has a $10 trillion market cap. And so basically he's saying if Bitcoin eats up, it becomes a dominant store of value and overtakes gold at a $10 trillion market cap, and again goes 5 times higher. So you already, oh my goodness, you already halfway to 100 trillion. That's what he's talking about. You got a $50 trillion market cap for gold, for Bitcoin. That's 2.5 million per Bitcoin.
We're saying,
oh my gosh.
United States, what they're claiming is hold the most physical gold.
Yeah. Oh, well, because you're located in the U.S., so they want you to think. Who knows what they got in there, man? Tell them open the vault, let you see. But 2.5 million per Bitcoin,
man.
And you got, say you got what's a tenth of that? 2.5 million. What's a tenth of that?
That's
a tenth. If you got a tenth of a Bitcoin at 0.15, but if you got 0.355, 0.225, ooh, you're sitting really nice if Bitcoin hits 2.5 million. So guys, basically the country boy style for the guys, basically on what this article is talking about is if it's matching the price of gold as a store of value, then you move the market cap with it, and then if it 5 times from there, you're looking at $50 trillion market cap. Then you only had you're already halfway to 100 trillion.
So that would be what, $2,500 a tenth. So,
huh?
Look at what, 2,500.
So you're looking at 250,000.
2,500 a tenth, or a fraction, so a point. So obviously, 250,000.
Okay, 250,000 is 10%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
250,000 if you own 10%, and it hits that. I think that at the top of it, it will behave like how gold is now. So low volatility-ish. And I think the way that people should think about how that process will go is that it will be in bursts, right? Where the markets looks linear, and like the short term, it's always up 1,000, down 1,000, and then you get these bursts. And you get these big reprices, and people can never buy again at the same price. Whoa, great insight right there. Great point. So what he's saying that it'll get to a point where Bitcoin is so high and there's so many people involved with it that the volatility goes down. It slows down and there's less volatile. But you get these bursts where it goes up 1,000, down 1,000, but then it goes up to another level, and now you never see, like, we'll never see $20,000 again. I believe that.
Oh yeah, I think we're to that point right now. We've said that probably a couple months ago. We don't think we go back to 18,000. I don't think we see 18, 19,000. We thought that the corrections that we would see, if I remember correctly, on the one we said you might see a 24,000. That was back then when everybody was saying, okay, is it going to go back down? We said not below the 20. So no, I don't think we'll see a 20,000 again. I think you might see a 28, 25, 28, something like that. But no, not in the teens and all that stuff. No.
And it wasn't long ago. I mean, what, 5-6 months ago, you could buy Bitcoin for $10,000.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. 6-7 months ago, you could get it for $5,000, $8,000. Remember, it said $8,000 for them.
Oh, for a while, man. It was sideways for a while at 8,000. I mean,
oh my gosh, what a time to
think about how excited we were when it broke 10.
Yeah.
I mean, but man, them days right there are gone. I mean, they're behind us. I mean, I sit right here now and I look like, man, Bitcoin, $5,000, Cardano, 2 cent, 5 cent. Man, it's like, wow. If you could have just racked and stacked a little bit more back then,
Oh my goodness. And you're always going to be that way, because a year from now, people may be saying for Cardano, man, they was buying Cardano at $1. Man, it's $30, $40 a coin now. 2 years from now. I won't say a year from now. All right. So that's our first article, guys. And we can see why he could predict a $2.5 million market cap. He's basing that off of gold's market cap. If it's going to act as a store of value like gold. And I think the argument for a lot of people, I know Peter Schiff makes this argument. What is Bitcoin in everyday transactions? Guys, I don't think you don't want Bitcoin to be everyday transactions. I don't. No. I don't want to buy stuff with my Bitcoin. I want it to be a store of value. And it's acting just as that. I'm
not going to the store to buy no Coke and a Snickers bar with Bitcoin. I'm not paying no damn Uber when I go to Las Vegas with Bitcoin. Hell no.
No. And I was thinking about, I was taking my daughter to get her hair done today, and I said, I told my wife, I said, I wonder if she takes Bitcoin. It's my sister who does it. I said, but I wouldn't even pay her in Bitcoin, even if she took Bitcoin, because you instantly think you want to hold on to your Bitcoin. I'm not giving anyone my Bitcoin.
No.
I'll give you this cash, this trash. Here, I'll give you that. Give you this trash over here. Let's do something with that. All right, that's our first article, guys. All right. Now let's look at our second article. Why is Bitcoin 86K in Nigeria? Here's why. The BTC premium is huge in some countries. And we've been covering Nigeria for a few days, guys. And we talked about Nigeria a couple of weeks ago, what was going on in Nigeria and the government. We showed you a video where the government is basically really, really, really concerned about Nigeria, Bitcoin taking out their currency. So why is Bitcoin 86K in Nigeria? Here's why. The BTC premium is huge in some countries. Traders are accustomed to a slight price difference between exchanges, but is it a 70% gap sustainable? Since the start of 2021, Bitcoin has been chasing new highs on a weekly or daily basis. On February 21st, BTC reached a new all-time high at 58,300. However, an interesting phenomenon is that even with many global cryptocurrency exchanges in existence, BTC's price can still very greatly depend on geography. This raises an intriguing question. How can Bitcoin price simultaneously trade at 53,000 in Malaysia, 49,000 in Singapore, and 51,000 in India, and over 86,000 in Nigeria? Is this reason simply a temporary imbalance between buyers and sellers, taxes and regulations, or is there something else at play? As shown in the chart below, there really isn't a set price for BTC, as nearly every country has its own digital asset valuation. At any given time, cryptocurrency prices will differ between countries, even after adjusting the currency rate. Indeed, some additional buying or selling pressure could create disparities, but that should not be continuous and steady. So this is what what we have to realize too. Now, Bitcoin's set by the currencies, each currency, what it will be. Okay, so if you got 47, so today you got $46,000 Bitcoin. Now, the buying pressure can be assessed with Bitcoin in real time according to what country you're in. So, and then also, just like Grayscale charges a premium in places where they have the places where there's a struggle to get it, or like Nigeria, where the banks don't want to do business with people that's in Bitcoin. And this was 2017 for us. The banks didn't want to do it, but they couldn't put a premium on. They didn't want to buy. They were banning stuff. They were, every time you want to do a Bitcoin transaction, if Bitcoin was on it, man, they wouldn't even do the transaction. They tried. I mean, we went through that the whole time, 2017, 18. It was ridiculous. You couldn't put no names on them. But these exchanges and the people that sell Bitcoin, what they do is they put a premium on it. It's not the actual Bitcoin price that's fluctuating that high in those countries. It's the premium that the operators, the establishers, or the exchanges is operating at over in those countries. Because think about it. Well, in America, you could basically go a lot of places to get Bitcoin. So then they could charge, like Grayscale had to come down on this premium. Why? Because there was another company created and they only charged a 1% premium. So then Grayscale had to come down. So that's the contribute to the prices that here they're talking about, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Tap in the box and tell me what you think.
Well, let's see if anybody's typing in the box right now. Let's see. Let's check that out and see. We got some people that definitely get involved in the evening times on the box. I guess they might be working the day and they message back in there in the evening times. So,
all right. What's causing the huge BTC price disparities? This phenomenon isn't something new or exclusive to cryptocurrencies. However, ExxonMobil stocks, for example, are traded in the United States, Russia, Argentina, Germany, Mexico, and Switzerland markets. Okay, now think about this, guys. Well, why is Nigeria don't have access to ExxonMobil stocks? Maybe they want to trade that. Why does Mexico don't have access? I mean, not Mexico, Brazil don't have access to ExxonMobil stocks. So these are markets where only a select few have access to. Okay, think about that. While there may be many different reasons for the friction, including bureaucracy and nation-specific laws, they're basically the same asset. Nevertheless, their prices usually differ after adjusting for currency exchange rates. Unlike stocks, however, transferring cryptocurrencies usually take less than an hour, and it doesn't depend on custodians and dispository receipt administrators. Therefore, bureaucracy cannot be the reason for the big price differences for Bitcoin, which is borderless. On the other hand, suppose one just bought BTC in the US or Europe and is willing to sell it in Argentina to the profit from the 6.5% difference. Even if there's no trading fees involved, the results would be the local currency, Argentina pesos. So, I mean, there it is right there. So basically exchanges, that's like we're talking about. Things get more complicated though, as one will need to convert this fiat money back to US or Euro. This might be domestic restrictions, taxes, or even worse, a different currency rate for foreigners. Moreover, traditional currency remittances don't take place on weekends and usually take 1 or 2 business days. Not surprisingly, the countries with the highest BTC valuations consistently score low on investment and financial freedom global rankings. Barriers and taxes created by the strict government controls translate into additional risk and costs for the fiat conversion and remittance. This all contributes to the premium seen versus the remaining core countries. Exactly like we just talking about. That's exactly. The exchanges, all the people that's doing the business in there are the ones that they're charging a higher premium because they just said they added risk and cost.
Yeah, We got that going on. I mean, we know what's going on. I mean, so.
All right. Last article of the day. Coinbase files to go public in key listing for cryptocurrency category. This morning, this stock is going to be so expensive to start.
What do you think? What do you think it's going to come out with?
Well, they already saying it's at $300 a share.
All right, so you can go and scoop you up some.
Just upon its evaluation.
All right.
This ain't like Bitcoin. You can't. Let me get a quarter share. And that's the difference between the stock market too. This morning, Coinbase, an American cryptocurrency exchange, released an S-1 filing ahead of its direct listing. The company's public debt debate has been hotly anticipated thanks to recent activity amongst Bitcoin and other blockchain-based assets. The company's controversial political positions and its spiking valuation on private exchanges. Coinbase financials show a company that grew rapidly from 2019 to 2020. More than that, the company's also crossed the threshold into unadjusted profitability. It's coming amongst quickly growing tech companies to learn more heavily on adjusted profit and more flattering metrics. In 2019, Coinbase lost $30 million against a $533 million in revenue. In 2020, the company's net income rose $127 million against $1.28 billion in revenue. Dang. The crypto unicorn grew just over 139% in 2020, a massive improvement on its 2019 results. The company's scale and growth helped us understand why some investors are bidding its value up to as much as $100 billion on the private markets. That's $100 billion, guys. Coinbase has high variable. Go ahead.
So we're thinking it's going to be the next Amazon stock. We think it has that potential.
I don't know if it's going to be the next Amazon stock, but man, it's going to be up there. It's going to come out. I mean, if you could have invested in Amazon, you could have invested in Amazon cheap coming out. But only on a few years it was gone. Not Amazon. I'm thinking about Apple. But yeah, you could be right. You could be right. I don't know what the starting price could be. Coinbase has highly variable revenues. The company posted revenues of $190.6 million in quarter one of 2020, a number that dipped to 186 in the second quarter. Then Coinbase top line accelerated in quarter three, $315 million, and in $585 million in quarter four of final quarter of 2020. It's easy to see why Coinbase is moving forward in its direct listing now. The company just posted an excellent quarter. In that outsized four-quarter period, Coinbase generated operating income of $226 million and net income of $176.8 million. This represents high-quality profitability improvements from preceding periods and provide Coinbase with an attractive end-of-year profit margin. Man, this stock is gonna be huge, man. It's gonna be the biggest day for the crypto space as well. Oh man, I'm yawning. Coach boy yawning this morning. Messed up my coffee this morning. My coffee was jacked up this morning. But so, man, this is gonna be big. This is gonna be big. Got to figure out how to get your hands on a few of these.
You probably need to go through the crooks, man. You can go to one of the crook websites. Now if it goes up too high, they might sell it prior. So that's going to be a private sale. If you're going to be access, the thing is, who's going to have access to that private sale? Robinhood peeps
and hedge funds. And then you have to get it when it comes out public. But this is going to be huge though still. And I think I've heard numbers of $300 per share coming out the gates. So we may have to get together and buy half a share. But it's exciting. But I look at the upside. $300. How much Cardano can that get me? 300 Cardano. Give me one share of a stock of Coinbase. Coinbase may go up to 400 this year. Just say it goes up to 600 this year. Just say, I mean, so you double if it went up $300. Okay, that's fine. And it could go higher. It could be $1,000 or even more. But Cardano can go $3 and you got a lot more money. With that $300, that $300 could turn into thousands with Cardano versus. So that's how I kind of look at things now. I'm like, but if that was 150, then you look at buying $1,000 worth of shares with $300 a share. I mean, it's pretty steep for the average working person, and that's what happens in the stock market. But best of luck to Coinbase, and I think it's great for the community. I think it's great for the environment.
Yeah, like I said, average Joe, the average person can buy $30 worth of Cardano, but the average person can't go out here and buy a $300 Coinbase on the stock exchange, because the stock exchange in some aspect is just not for the average Joe. I mean, if it was, we wouldn't be having this. I mean, when a crypto coin comes to the market, it ain't just held to a private group of people right now. We all can buy. We can get in here and buy right now. So once again, playing field ain't level right there to a certain point. So,
All righty, guys. Well, that completes our Friday session with you guys. We went a little over 30 minutes, but hey, we want to get in here, get you guys the news, get you guys the info, get you guys our thoughts. If you want to, guys, just hit the like button. Just hit that button. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit the share. Hit the subscribe, then share with your friends. We're excited, always excited about the space. It's Friday, guys. Get out and do something.
Get out and do something. Hold your umbrella if you're around our area. Hey, check us out, www.southeaststaking.io. That's southeaststaking.io. Check us out. We would love to have you stake your Cardano with us at a Southeast Staking staking pool. So earn 46% yield, earn Cardano coins. And hey, when you're staking with us, you're just delegating your Cardano to our pool, and that Cardano stays on your mobile device or your phone or your wallet. It is not coming to us. It's still in your possession. That's a good thing about it. So check us out, southeaststaking.io. Country Boys and Cryptos will be out, and we'll see you Monday morning